Good Friday morning, Roswell Schools. Got some positive updates for once. It's really nice to actually be able to come to you guys with some good news. So some of you may know, some of you may not. The Public Education Department is no longer going to look at the 4 rapid responses in 14 days to shut down schools. I call this a win. I think the powers that be have listened to communities that were asking for more local control and have said they're willing to give it a shot. So I'm going to call this a win. Even though it might seem like a bit of confusion, I do think this is a win, and we're looking forward to it. So let's go on that one just real quick. So 4 cases in 14 days will not shut a school down now. What it will do, though, is trigger a response from the Public Education Department that will send a letter to the school saying you have 4 rapid responses in 14 days. The school then will have 24 hours to submit a plan how they are going to address the spike in COVID activity within their building. This gives these principals an opportunity to look at the data, look at the cases, and try to isolate to see if they can come up with a better plan that's more specific for their general needs. I do think this is something that we have asked for. Your principals are working really hard on that. So I'm really excited that we're getting this opportunity. We have completed this task up to this point with 3 of our schools so far. We submitted 3 plans last night to the PED, and we are waiting on their approval for these 3 schools. Once we get that approval, we're figuring somewhere about a 24-hour notice. We've got buses, we've got cafeteria staff, we've got food preparations, things like that we're going to have to pull off. So it's not as simple as we know today we're going to be back in school tomorrow. I will say, if you've got family members or you know people that might be doing remote learning from outside of Roswell, you might get a hold of them and let them know that you come on back to town, that as soon as we can get the green light and get everybody notified and get the plan in place, that we're going to go back to school at all 4 of these schools. Again, we're very excited about this. If we could ask for anything right now, here's where we're at. With this plan, what it does is it really puts the onus back on the individual schools, the kids, the parents, etc. If you have a child that does not feel good on a school day, they wake up, they don't feel good, don't send them to school, please. We're having too many instances where we're sending kids home before 9 o'clock with fevers, headaches. Those are probably things that they didn't just develop when they got to school. It could happen. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it could happen. So keep them home. Get them a temperature check. If they say that they're like that, I'm gonna believe them right now, just because we know it's going around. We are offering up the student health-based services for free COVID test. There's one at Goddard, Mesa, Roswell High. It is free of charge if you want to get a COVID test. And we're just asking that maybe we might be a little more diligent to address the problem of the spread of this. Not going to get into the nuances of everything else, but let's stick with if my son or my daughter doesn't look like they feel well, I'm going to ask to see what's going on with them. And hopefully with the 2 measures in place, that we can keep our buildings open. Closing down a building for any bit of time right now is our last resort. Obviously, we would like to keep them open. They've provided the flexibility, and we want to take advantage of that. Like I said, I know it's been pretty confusing, and there is a lot of information going around out there. Information's coming out even as we speak. So if you have questions, don't hesitate to contact your child's school. And if you don't find the answers that you're looking for, don't hesitate to contact me here at Central Office. Again, guys, I appreciate what we're doing. Look forward to a good week. And I hope before the day's over to announce that we're back up in business in at least some of our schools here in town. So thank you and have a great weekend.